उसको बोल जल्दी बंद करने। उसको बोले कट करने, जल्दी जल्दी कट करने बोल। बस प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं, उसका बोल दूसरा लिंक बनाने। नहीं ये मैच को हाँ डालो। हाँ छोड़ो, शोएब भाई को नहीं, इसको अपना। हाँ छोड़ो छोड़ो, उसको बोलो बंद करके जल्दी दूसरा लिंक बना, बंद करो। हाँ ओके, हाँ यहीं से स्टॉप करो।
हो गया टॉस हो गया सब कुछ हो गया। ऑयल सर्व
Can I take the water,
ऑरेंज
please?
और ये है ना ऑयल सर्व वो लोग टॉस जीता बैटिंग कर रहे हैं। नहीं, वो आप लोग का मैच ही है वो।
ऑयल सर्व का मैच इधर है नहीं ना, वो लोग अलग है।
वो दूसरा वो कमिंस और पेट्रोफैक्ट का खेल रहा है।
विनीत इधर खेल रहा है ना वो।
मैंने एक पिक्चर दिस टी-शर्ट एंड वन ऑन द बैक किया।
कम दिस साइड
गाड़ी मैं मौसम से स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ मैं एक।
हेलो विनीत भाई,
एक सेकंड भाई, इधर स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं?
हाँ उधर तो स्टार्ट करो,
कर लो।
अरे नौशद भाई
शाबाश, रेडी।
अर्शद भाई
भाई ऊपर बुला रहे हैं लकी।
In Cummins Arabia and Petrofac, and uses at the toss. Amit Deshpande from Cummins Arabia won the toss. He elected to bat first. Kishore and Manish opening the innings for their side. And as usual, Jeevan Gangadharan will take the new ball on behalf of Petrofac. Umpires for this game, Harish and Shahbaz. First ball coming up with a slip in place. Shaping away from the right hander on the good length spot. Kishore trying to go for the drive, doesn't make any contact. Ball into the keeper's gloves. This time managing to drive this one straight to Bhupesh at point. Have a look at the field. He got a man at slip. GK the captain at gully. Got a third man point. Covers mid off, mid on. The man at square leg, the man at fine leg. So two men outside are the conventional third man and the man at fine leg. This time in the block hole, Kishore digging it out. No runs, 3 balls completed, no runs on the board. This time takes the edge, going towards the man at third man. So first runs on board. Kishore off the mark. First runs for team Cummins Arabia. Brings Manish on to strike. Let's have a look at the team list. Kishore, Manish, Eldos, Jamin Fernandez, Ayaz, Asif Said, Amish Deshpande, Girish, Walid, Anand. This time onto the pads. Plays it towards square leg for a single. So one more run. Score moves on to 2. Both these batsmen off the mark now. And Mohammad Muhbashir, the last man. Petrofac, captained by Jikesh Pulukol, Jeevan Gangadhan, Dilfaz, Sahir Kadir, Bhupesh Katyal, Ravi Shankar Velu, Ganesh Veeran, Sanoop, who's keeping stumps, Sailesh, Mohammad Salman and Parth and Ashok to complete the playing 11. Again, fishing for that one. Luckily, no edge found. End of a good over for Petrofac. Just 2 runs coming off it. A slow and steady start. Kishore batting 1 of 5 and Manish batting 1 of 1. This is the Oil and Gas Premier League Season 2. The finals of Season 1 was contested between these two sides, where Petrofac got the better of Cummins Arabia. Right under the bat, Manish missing that one into the keeper's gloves. This tournament being sponsored by Hedge and Sash, KSB, Quick Art, this time outside the off stump, trying to fish for that one. Luckily for him, that's called a wide. So 1 run added. Score moves on to 3. First extras on the board. This time, chance for the man at short covers. No run there. Jeevan doing the fielding there. One bounce right into his hands.
अरे माइक चालू है, उसको बोल माइक बंद कर देने.
Ashok onto the pads, flicks this one towards square leg. Ravi Shankar, the fielder, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 4. Bring strike.
ये आप लोग का इधर है मैच?
Again, trying to go for that drive, but not in control and way away from the ball. Needs to compose himself. There's a man stationed at slip for that edge. If he misses, has to make sure that he is well in control of the shot. There's a couple of fielders at covers and mid-off waiting for that one, as this time another wide being called. Ashok trying to keep this away from Kishore, but so far has given away 2 wides. Score moves on to 5. Piece of advice for the man at mid-on. Probably asking him to keep it within the lines and hope that he plays one into the hands, as this time Kishore goes back, plays it towards mid-off. The man there's waiting for that ball. Over coming up. Within the power play, There's a man there at third man, and there's a man at deep cover. This time plays it towards the man at deep cover who's stationed especially for that once. Couple of bounces into his hands. End of the over, 6 for no loss at the end of 2.
Varun. ठीक है बोल मैं ले लेता हूँ नहीं let him give it to me
Over number 3 to Cummins. Jeevan putting to Manish. This time driving this one. That was Kishore. He's been trying that. He's not succeeded so far. He's just got a couple of runs with that. The intent quite correct. You played more in line of the ball that is being bowled, but the execution at the moment is not that great. The center. This time shot and plays it over the man at point for the first boundary. Much better stroke. It's a beautiful track to bat on. The ball's going to come onto the bat. Score moves on to 11. Kishore batting 3 of 9. And Manish batting 6 of 5 with that boundary to his credit. Chance for the man at mid-off and a drop. Manish just trying to play this towards mid-wicket rather. Close the face of the bat, takes the outer edge of the bat, lobs to mid-off. But man, mid-off shelling that one down. So a reprieve for Manish. He'll have to make the best of it. Oh, this time down the leg side, being penalized and called a wide. So third wide of the innings. Score moves on to 12. Another drive, but no. ठीक यार मेरे फ़ोन को क्या हुआ है मेरा फ़ोन पता नहीं स्लो चल रहा है This time drives this towards point and a single.
चल रहा है ना ये लो मेरे को आपका फोन दो
सॉरी 8 कहाँ से यार ऑयल as Kishore this time drives this towards the left of mid-off. It takes off for a single, completes that easily. End of the over, 14 for the G was 10 runs. Cummins' second over has given away 4 runs in the first over that he's bowled. Chance of a cotton ball again. And a man at mid-off doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 15. Ashok bowling to Manish. Again, another edge, this time to the man at third man, and so third time that Manish has tried to play this towards the wicket region. It takes a leading edge but dropped short of the fielder or is being dropped down. So third reprieve in the last 6 balls that he's faced. Score moves on to 16. आपका बंद हो गया था ठीक है चलो ठीक है
मैंने तुम्हारे फोटो में क्लिक के लिखे थे
हाँ ठीक है
सबसे
Welcome back after the wicket. Jeevan to Kishore down the leg side will be called a wide. So score moves on to 23. Jeevan reloading. This time much a short shot. The in swinger covering it well, driving it towards short covers and takes off for a single. Score moves on to 24. What these two men have done well is that they've seen the new ball off. It's just a matter of time that Jeevan or Ashok will be taken off the attack, and then you get into the mid bowlers and you can start scoring freely. As beautiful ball squaring Manish up. Luckily for him, that one just missing the off stump. Quickening that one, hurrying him for pace and beaten all ends up. This time towards the man at mid-on, one bounce into his hands, one more run scored. Score moves on to 25 rather. Jeevan just pulled a couple of quick ones, hurrying the batsman. And what you need to do is play with a straight bat. Don't play across the line. As this time he goes fishing for that one. Kishore's been fishing for quite a few. The ball dying onto the keeper, but he's making sure that he has his gloves behind the ball. We're in the power play with only 2 men allowed outside the 30-yard circle. This time into the patch, drives it towards mid-on, single taken. Score moves on to 26. The man at third man and the man at fine leg. Jeevan's quite assured with his bowling. He just kept his 2 men who are on the conventional field. He's got a slip, he's got a gully and point. That's what you do. You back your strengths and make sure you're bowling to one side of the wicket. He's hardly given away any loosener. As Manish plays this towards mid-off, no run there. End of 5 overs, 26 for the loss of no wicket. Interesting to see if he bowls, if Jikesh wants to bowl Jeevan out in pursuit of that first wicket that they're looking for. You see the first change coming up. Mohammad Salman, first change, coming to bowl the last over of power play. Right arm over. This time cuts this towards third man. Shot misses that one. And by the time the fielder from gully comes across, the batsman crossover for 2 more runs. time Kishore plays it to the right of the gully player. Bhupesh coming in from short cover and doing the fielding, so one more run added. Score moves on to 29. This time plays it towards backward of square. Manish gets another couple. Flicks that one. Score moves on to 33. This time onto the pads and with minimum protection. Ball racing towards the mid-wicket boundary. Score moves on to 35. A welcome boundary for Cummins Arabia. A couple of balls away from the end of power play. This time outside the off stump, a wild drive just inside the tram line, not called a wide, so the score remains on 35 with one ball to go in the power play. Both these batsmen on 15 runs each. Manish in 15 of 15 with two boundaries, and Kishore batting 15 of 20 as last ball. This time cuts this one towards covers. Bhupesh putting in the dive, but the ball just whizzing past him. So end of the power play, 39 for no loss. It's been a decent power play for Cummins Arabia. Started slowly, but making sure now that they have started getting the momentum. End of 6 overs. 39 for the loss of no wicket. Manish Dipani batting 19 of 16 with 3 boundaries. Kishore batting 15 of 20 with 1 boundary. 13 runs coming off that over, which concludes a good power play for Cummins Arabia. As we'll see the second change coming up. Dilfer, the new bowler, second change. Right arm off spinner, full toss. Plays this towards the right of covers and a freebie, making full use of it. And he gets his second boundary. He moves on to 19 of 21. 43 for the loss of no wicket. Much fuller this time on the pads, but going down leg side, so no run. Onto the pads, missing that one. Brushed onto the pads, we'll wait for the umpire's signal. Umpire calls it a run to the bat. Score moves on to 44, brings Manish on to strike. Facing Dilfer for the first time. Much quicker delivery, but right under the bat, plays it down towards long on for a single. Score moves on to 45. Goes back, cuts this one. Bhupesh doing the fielding there at gully, but can't stop the single. Score moves on to 46. The last ball of the 7th over coming up. Power play is completed. The men outside now are at man at covers. It's a man at mid-wicket, man at long on and a long off. Still 5 men, 4 men inside the circle itself. As this time plays it towards deep mid-wicket. 1 more run added. End of the over. 47 for the loss of no wicket. Another change being brought in. Ravi Shankar Velu, bowler number 5 for the team, is being introduced to the attack. First 4 bowlers so far have not been able to get the breakthrough that Petrofac is looking for. Short ball plays this towards extra cover. There's a single there. Score moves on to 48. Short ball plays this again towards extra cover. A couple of bounces. Fielder station there for that shot. 1 more run. Score moves on to 49. The fall stroke gets a single. The 50 coming up in the 8th over. 7.3 overs. 50 for the loss of no wicket. Both these batsmen into their 20s now. Need to see.
वो छोड़ना बीच में इंटरव्यू टॉस नहीं आएगा फिर उससे ही छोड़ना पड़ेगा
Short ball again. There's a man there at extra covers. Keeps it down to a single. 7.5 overs, 51 for the loss of no wicket. Cummins Arabia must be well aware that there's a well-oiled side that they're playing. Goes back, plays this towards long on. The man at long on quite wide, so this was more straighter. So the end of the over, a good one for Cummins Arabia, and with the boundary, 55 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 8. 8 runs coming of it. There was just 4 runs in the first 5 balls, and then ends up with the boundary. Completes the over in favor of Cummins Arabia. Dilfer to continue. Okay, now a single. Score moves on to 56. Another single, score moves on to 57. This time much fuller, plays it back towards the bowler, misfield there, allows the single to go through. Score 58 in 8.3. We're in the 9th over. Shorter this time. And the keeper just hurting himself. .58 in 8.4. Manish on strike. This time goes back, cuts this towards point region. One more run. Score moves on to 59. Last ball of the 9th over. They've not lost any wickets. It'll be interesting to see how do they go about in the second half of the innings with wickets intact. We'll have to wait for another 7 balls before you go into that, as Kishore drives this one towards deep mid wicket for a single. 9 overs completed, 59. The 60 for the loss of no wicket. 9 gone, 60 for loss of no wicket. 6-7 current run rate will get them to 133. They'll need more than that. These are beautiful batting conditions, and for sure Petrofac, when they come into bat, they will want to have a challenging score to chase. Now the edge and This time rocks back again. Cuts is the man at extra cover there, doing the fielding there. So 2 runs coming of the first 2 balls. Things have quieted down a bit for Cummins Arabia after the power play, with the field being spread out. Runs have come mostly in singles, hardly any boundaries being scored. This time Kishore trying for that biggie, but couldn't make any contact. Ball into the keeper's gloves. No run scored. 62 for no loss at the end of 9.3. This time, is this the wicket that they're looking for? And rightly so. So Kishore's clutch innings comes to an end. He is 27 of 32. Never looked comfortable. He was always going for those big drives or flicks. And this time, he holds out to the man at long on. .62 and 9.4 as drinks being taken. Back to live action. German Fernandez, sorry, coming in for Cummins Arabia. Plays this one. Wanted to drive it to covers, but probably got the inner half of the bat. Goes to a short mid-wicket. He's off the mark with that single. 63 for 1. 9.5 completed. We're just coming towards the mid part of this innings. Last ball of the 10th over. Manish Dipani on strike. Just lost his partner Kishore, who was out for 27. He's batting 30 and he moves on to 31 with that single.
Welcome to Oil and Gas Premier League Season 2. This is week number 3, game number 9 between table toppers Petrofac and Cummins Arabia. Both the teams with 2 wins each are standing on top of the table, and they have a history that they played the finals of the first season, so there's a lot to play for in this much awaited mouth-watering contest. We have Amit Deshpande from Cummins Arabia and Jikesh from Petrofac, who will be leading their respective sides. Amit will flip the coin.
Tail is the call
Tails
and
is
it
the
is
call.
head.
Heads. Amit, you won the toss. What do you want to do?
I will bat first.
A good 2 games to win, now running into your nemesis of the last season. How is the team shaping up so far?
Yeah, I think the team is high on confidence. We've made some mistakes in the last few games, so we have been working on those. And today we know we have a strong opponent. We've played with them in the past, so we have a game plan to go as per the game today. So we wanted to bat first, set up a good total, and then defend that.
Anyway, thank you for that. We'll speak to Jikesh. Jikesh, happy to bowl first?
Yeah, but actually I think good batting wicket, and we win the toss, we go for the batting, but unfortunately we lost the toss.
And you all have a good history with them. Lots to play for in this game.
Yeah, we know the opposite team very well. Last year also we played, so we know each other.
And what sort of a total are you wanting to keep them down today?
Around 150. That is the good chaseable total, I think so.
Anyway, thank you. That's the news at the center. Amit Deshpande winning the toss, and he wants to take first strike. We'll have live action in the next few minutes.
Thank
He took a reverse sweep to a short third and gets a single. Brings German Fernandez onto strike. German Fernandez, man of the match in the previous game. Jikesh bowls a wide, so score moves on to 65. German drives this towards long off for a single. As we look at the other game that's going on simultaneously, Oil Serve Risers are 70 for 3 in 9. It's Cummins Arabia, Manish on strike. Scores 67 for 1. Full toss, drives this towards long on. Dilfer, the fielder there. Money should be annoyed with himself. He could have made better use of it. He just drove it down towards long on. The ball's going to travel from that end, so it could have, as German drives this towards short covers. No run there. 68 for 1. 5th ball of the over coming up. Jikesh running through his overs fast. Keeps it down to a single towards square leg. Score moves on to 69. Although Petrofac have not got too many wickets, they have made sure that they keep the run flow in check. They've not allowed Cummins Arabia to break free at any point of time, except for Kabaz. Manish this time, in a desperate attempt, tries to play a reverse sweep. And wide's being called, so brings German onto strike. Score moves on to 71. In the edge, past the keeper, running towards the fine leg. By the time the fielder fields, another couple of runs added. It's off the bat, so end of the over, 73 for the loss of 1 wicket. German batting 5 of 5, Manish Dipani batting 33 of 28. This partnership was 11 of 8. They will want somebody to take the innings by the scruff of the neck. A few lusty blows, get that run rate up. 6.64. They've been hovering around the 6.5 to 6.7. A few more runs would really come handy. As German plays this to the wide of covers and the ball racing towards the boundary. This is what I was talking about. Somebody needs to take the innings. A few boundaries will really help because the score moves on to 77, as at the same time Oil Serve have lost their 4th wicket. They have the runs on board, but they simultaneously have been losing wickets. As German plays this time, plays it on the onside left of the fielder at mid wicket. By the time that's Manish who scored that boundary and a couple. So he's the one who's done the bulk right now. 39 of 30. This partnership worth 17 of 10. This time short, rocks back, plays this towards mid wicket. There's a fielder there for that. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 80. Pressure on the bowler now. He's given away 7 runs of the first 3 balls. As the sun is beating quite hard onto the field right now. Good conditions to play cricket, as Germain delicately plays this towards third man. The man at short third giving the chase. Does he manage to keep the fence inside the fence? No, he doesn't. So there's another boundary to the total. Deliberately opening the face of the bat. So the 4th ball resulting in another boundary. 11 runs have come off the first 4 balls of this over. German moves on to 9 or 6 with that first boundary of his. Playing it down the ground for a single. Last ball of the over, full toss, rocks back, plays it over the man at short covers, the man at deep cover, giving the chase, keeps it down to a single. Manish just asking whether this was a no ball. Again, he misses out on a full toss and keeps the strike end of the over, 86 for 1. Waiting for the umpire signal as he called it. The free hit coming up. Score moves on to 87. So Germain is the benefactor out here. He gets a chance to play the free hit. And connects this one. Just the fielder just keeping it inside the field of play. And do we see another injury? There's already one fielder, Ashok, who's already gone off the field with a groin.
Score is 88 for 1. 88. 12.
Official confirmation, it is a single that was scored. 88 as Bhupesh comes into bowl and German sends this towards a cover boundary for a couple. He moves on to 13. Score moves on to 90. This time driving it down towards long on. Dil for the fielder there, keeps it down to a single. Manish drives this towards deep mid wicket for a single. Score moves on to 92. We're in the 13th over with wickets in the bank. It's time that one of these two now start getting a move on. Depends on who is going to be the aggressor out here. In the air, chance of a cotton bowled or the man at short covers, missing both of those. So one more run added. Score moves on to 94. This time misses that one and an easy stumping. Second wicket gone. Manish stumped for 42 of 34 with 5 boundaries. Sanup, the wicket keeper. New man Ayaz Ahmed coming at number 4. Bhupesh successfully breaking that partnership. This one in the air, chance for the man at long on, long off, and he drops up one. Gives away the singles. Jeevan, the fielder there, took it too casual, and in the end, dropped up one. Could have been a first ball duck for Ayaz, but not to be. He survives. He's 1 of 1. Scored 94 for 2 at the end of 13. GKH this time down to the man at long on. Didn't make an attempt to go for that one. Happy to keep it down to a single. Score goes on to 95. German this time plays it towards mid wicket. Not able to make full use of that one. So one more run added. Score moves on to 96. This time into a zone and handsomely dispatched over the mid-wicket boundary. The 100 coming up, 102 for 13.4 13.3 overs. Need to see how much is he going to make use of that life that Jeevan gave him. The first ball he faced, he was dropped. And since then, he's just faced another couple of them and he's dispatched one of them too over the fence. (102 for 2). As Dikesh tosses this one just under the bat, putting his hand on his head, hoping that this would have carried onto the stumps. Not to be. 102 for 2. We're in the 14th over. This time driving this one towards long off. Jeevan, the fielder there, keeps it down to a single. (103 for 2) as German this time drives it towards covers. Ayaz wanted the single. German declining that one. It's a beautiful shot, but no run added there. End of the over. 104 for 2. Bhupesh to continue. He's given away 6 runs and taken the wicket as Ayaz this time sends this over deep mid cow corner for another maximum. He's so far is doing the job that has been assigned to him. Go there and take a few lusty blows. He's managed to get 2. 110 for 2. Shot this time. Is this the one towards long on, long off, and Jeevan this time doesn't make a mistake. So end of Ayaz's innings. He's out for 9 of 5. Harish.
क्या कर रहे हैं? जर्मन को आउट किया, अयाज आउट हुआ है. Eldo's the new man coming in. German plays this towards square leg, completes one. They come back for a quick double, putting pressure on the fielder. So 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 113. Four balls completed in this over. Another couple of more balls. We're in the 15th over. Another 5 more overs after this. This time slightly short, plays it towards deep extra cover. There's a fielder there, 1 run completed. There are quite a few balls that Cummins Arabia have got which they haven't dispatched to the boundaries. They managed to find the fielders. And that could be the difference when you play a team like Petrofac. You want to challenge them, as this time asking for an LBW, and he's been given. Probably going down leg side is what Eldos thinks, but the umpire thinks this is going on to hit the stumps. So Eldos' promotion doesn't bear fruit. They've lost 3 in quick succession. They've leaked a few runs, but at the same time they've taken 3 more. They managed to get Manish, Eldos and Ayaz in quick succession. Bhupesh Katyal, who's come in and taken 3 wickets. He's given away 16 runs, but more importantly has got 3 of the top batters back to the pavilion. Wow, look at the scorecard. Kishore out 27 of 33 with 2 boundaries. He was caught by Jeevan of the bowling of Ravi Shankar. Manish Dipani stumped by Sanup of Bhupesh for 42 of 34 with 5 boundaries. Jamin is batting at 19 of 15 balls with 1 boundary. Ayaz, a short cameo, 15 runs of 7 balls, 2 sixes that he hit. He was caught by Jeevan of the bowling of Bhupesh. And the last man, Eldos LBW to Bhupesh for 1 of 2, brings Walid Ilyas on strike. German drives this through towards point, and the ball racing towards the boundary. Just stops inside, brings 3 runs. Ashok comes back for a second spell. Was out when you bowled 2 overs, and then at the end of the 5th over had gone out because of a groin strain. Is now fit and coming back to bowl his over as he bowls a wide, and the misfield there by the keeper keeps them another run. So 2 more runs added to the total. Score moves on to 118. And Ashok is again complaining of that same groin injury pain that he had, so he's going to walk off the field.
Are you tired of going to the grocery store every week? QuickArt has got your back. Ordering from QuickArt is as easy as asking us to supply your daily, weekly, or monthly essential. Here are the steps to get started. Register with QuickArt by entering your mobile number. Fill in all the necessary details. Click on Sign Up. Insert the OTP and voila. Choose the products you want to order and add them to your cart. Choose the day you want the delivery to be done. Choose the weeks.
Ganesh Viran coming to complete that over on behalf of Ashok. Ganesh Viran to continue. German plays it towards Cow corner, gets another couple, score moves on to 120. Full toss, plays it towards deep mid wicket. Dil for the fielder there, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 121. Walid sends this towards deep mid wicket. They complete a single. One more run added. Score moves on to 122. He's off the mark with that single. Ganesh to German, wrapped on the pads, but going down leg side. One more run to the total. It's 1, 2, 3 for 4, 123 for 4. Current run rate 7.77 will get them to 155. They will want to target 170 plus. This time Walid plays it down towards deep mid wicket and a couple of runs added. Score moves on to 125. End of the 16th over. Not a bad one from Ganesh, who came in to complete the over, gave away 7 runs of the 5 balls that he bowled. Bhupesh to continue. Slightly short, edges the ball, goes to a short third. Stuffs it with his foot, keeps it down to a single. Plays it with soft hands. Wanting to give the side to Jermaine, wanted to play a quick single, can't succeed. A dot ball. Full toss, plays it towards short mid wicket, no run there. Asking for another one, and the 5th wicket down, so Bhupesh gets his 4th. Walid trying to manufacture a shot and loses his wicket. He's stumped by Sanup off the bowling of Bhupesh.
Are you tired of going to the grocery store every week? QuickArt has got your back. Ordering from QuickArt is as easy as asking us to supply your daily, weekly, or monthly essential. Here are the steps to get started. Register with QuickArt by entering your mobile number. Fill in all the necessary details. Click on Sign Up. Insert the OTP and voila. Choose the products you want to order and add them to your cart. Choose the day you want the delivery to be done. Choose the weeks for the recurring orders. Choose the start date of delivery. Make sure it matches the day you've chosen to avoid any delay in delivery. Choose the preferred delivery slot. Select your location. Click on Proceed to Checkout. Choose Select Card for payment. Choose
126 for 5. Amit Deshpande, the captain, takes strike. First run taken, wanting the second. Jamin declining that one. $127 for 5. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. This time drives this towards cover as the man at extra cover. Unable to cut that off, so ends the over with a boundary. 131 for 5. Ganesh to continue. Amit Deshpande moving away from the stumps, wanting to hit, but on the pads gets a leg by. Score moves on to 132. More importantly, brings German on to strike. Should be full toss. It's being called a no ball. And this time Amit Deshpande is the benefactor who will be receiving that no ball free hit. Score moves on to 134. Wait for the umpire signal. पानी है क्या अंदर? One run of the bat. Amit Deshpande not able to make use of that free hit. Keeps it down to a single. 135 as German plays this towards wide of mid-on. Amit wanting the second. German pretty slow to react. Sensible enough. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 136. Full toss. Amit just managing to send it towards the edge of the circle. 137 for 5. Two more balls left in this over, and two more overs to follow as German this time runs out of luck and he's bowled. So more agony for Cummins Arabia. They've lost their best man. 137 for 6. He's out bowled, and Ganesh Viran gets the prize scalp of German Fernandez. It's 1.4 overs, 12 runs and 1 wicket. That's the other game that is going at the parallel grounds. Oil serve. Risers 113 for 7. $114 for 7. Mohammad Mubashir comes to the strike. No run there, so another dot ball. End of 18 overs, 137 for 6. 2 more overs to go. Current run rate of 7.61 will get them to only 152. They will need somebody to get a few lusty blows and bring that score to 160, 65 plus. Bhupesh coming to bowl his 4th over. His 3 overs given 22 runs and 4 wickets. This tournament sponsored by Hedge and Sash, KSB, Quick Art. Been generous enough to sponsor the Oil and Gas Premier League Season 2. Bhupesh right back towards the bowler's foot. Cannons off to short mid wicket for a single. $138 for 6. Amit Deshpande now 4 of 5. Mohammad Mubashir none of 1 ball that he faced. This time in the air. Chance for the man at long on. Misfield and a boundary. Man at long off was quite wide. The man at long on had a chance, but he overran the ball, giving them a boundary. Score moves on to 142. Time plays it to a short mid wicket and they complete the single. Brings Amit on to strike. Score moves on to 143. Quicker delivery but played straight to the man at short covers. A single completed. Well covered by the man at short mid wicket. So 1 more run. Score moves on to 144. Bhupesh has a couple of balls. He'll be searching for that fiver. Is that a chance? Falling short of the man at short third. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 144. Last ball of the 19th over coming up. Last ball of the 19th over. Plays this towards Short covers. So there one more run added. End of the 19th over, 146 for 6. And Bhupesh, a successful spell of 4 overs, 31 runs and 4 wickets. Ganesh Viran, ball misses the stump, so does the keeper, and races away towards the fine leg fence. The man at third man doing the fielding, wait for the umpire signal, bye signal, last over of play, 148 for 6. Down the wanting to play another one, this time missing that one. Sanup fielding the ball and then trying to shy at the stumps. Nobody to back up, and in the process 2 more runs added. Is there a chance for the third? Yes. Comedy of errors. What should have ideally been a dot ball has resulted in 3 runs being added to the total. So the 150 coming up. 19.2 overs. $151 for 6 as Amit Deshpande. So that was Mohammad Mubashir without bowled. So 151 for 7. So Ganesh Viran coming and picking up his second wicket is 2.2 overs, giving away 15 runs and 2 wickets. Girish Sambhaji Rao Kadam, the new man, coming at number 9. He's just 3 balls away from the conclusion of this innings. Girish, inner half of the bat goes towards square leg, a single wing scored. Score moves on to 152. Another one. This time it's Amit Deshpande, the captain. So Ganesh Viran gets his third wicket. Came in as a replacement bowler for Ashok. Has managed to get 3 wickets in 2.4 overs that he's bowled. 16 runs is what he's given. As the last ball of the innings coming up. Asif Said, the new man, coming in at number 10. to face the last ball of the innings. Field well spread out. The man at edges is one, racing away towards the third man boundary. And that's a boundary to conclude the innings. 156 for 8 is what Cummins end their innings after 20 overs. Aided by 15 extras in the innings. We'll have the chase coming up in the next few minutes with Petrofac needing 157 to win this contest. The winner of this contest will remain on top of the table.
खाली श्रीमन में जाओ, जीरो नहीं डालो, डायरेक्ट डालो 5587981115, वो ले लेगा, मेरा नाम आ जाएगा, ऐसे उसको सेलेक्ट कर लो. गर्मी है आज.
अरे सूरज सर के नीचे छे.
Are you tired of going to the grocery store every week? QuickArt has got your back. Ordering from QuickArt is as easy as asking us to supply your daily, weekly, or monthly essential. Here are the steps to get started. Register with QuickArt by entering your mobile number. Fill in all the necessary
Reply underway. First ball done. No run. Jikesh on strike. Mohammad Bubashir there. This time drives, cuts this towards point. No run there. Sorry, that's Salman on strike. Jikesh is on non-strike. Needing 157 runs in the allotted 20 overs. This time outside the off stump, wanting to cut this one again. No run. Salman trying really hard. He's been sent as a pinch hitter, wanting to make use of the power play overs. Only 2 men outside the circle. There's a man at extra cover. And a man at third man. This time cuts this one towards third man. There's a man there for that single. So 1 run on board. Off the mark. So is the total. 1 for the loss of no wicket. Brings Jikesh on to strike.
Akash.
Jikesh on strike. Eldo's the bowler. This time called a wide. Two for the loss of no wicket. 1. Two for loss of no wicket. 4 balls complete. 7. Asking for a caught behind Ilyas the wicket keeper. Asking for a caught behind, not to be. Last ball of the first over coming up. 2 for the loss of no wicket. Another one squaring him up. End of a beautiful over. 2 runs just coming off it. It's a good start for Cummins Arabia, defending 156 in their 20 overs. Kishore operating the new ball along with Eldos. Batsman bat change कर रहे हैं. Kishore starting the second over. He's bowling to Salman. Again another wild swing, but this time being called a wide. So 1 more run to the total. Score moves on to 3. Both these teams have 2 wins to the credit so far. So we will have one of them who will be facing their first loss today. And one of them will be on an unbeaten streak. Slow one, plays it down towards short covers. Jikesh calling for that quick single. Score moves on to 4, brings him on to strike. Wide. Score moves on to 5. This is what Kishore and the rest of the bowlers shouldn't be doing, is to bowl extras, else this target will be way too easy for Petrofac to hunt down. Playing it over the infield, the man at cover is giving the chase. 2 more runs added. Jikesh off the mark with that double. Score moves on to 7. This time drives it down towards the mid-off. Man at long on standing there. Long off rather. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 8.
वो जितना खाना है खा लो मैं मेरे को उधर दे दो 1-2 पीस दे दो बस अरे लेके जाना तो 1-2 पीस मैं खाता हूं रख दो फिर उधर ही मैं आऊंगा लेट एक ही लाया
8 for no loss. Salman on strike. Drives this towards wide of long on. It moves few paces to his right. Fields the ball. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 9. Both these batsmen on 3 each and 3 extras to the total. Down the leg side, called a wide. Well done by the wicketkeeper. Diving to his left, making sure he keeps a glove to it, even if he's unable to collect it. So score moves on to 10. 4 wides in the total of 10. This time Jikesh plays it over the man at extra cover for a boundary. So score moves on to 14. Last ball of the second over coming up. 14 for the loss of no wicket. Wanting to drive this one again. End of the over. 2 overs completed. 14 for the loss of no wicket. Jikesh batting 7 of 7. Salman batting 3 of 5 and 4 extras to the total. Elders to continue. Salman on strike. Plays this towards short mid wicket. By the time the fielder fields it, the single has been collected. Score moves on to 15. He moves on to 4. Eldos to Jikesh. Plays it over the bowler's head. Ball racing away towards the boundary. Score moves on to 19. Jikesh facing us. This time plays it over mid-off. The man was brought in, and this time Jikesh all too easy for him. He races away to 15 of 9 balls with 3 boundaries. Consecutive boundaries, puts pressure. This time edges this one towards short third. Chance of a run out. But both ends is chances missed. So the score remains on 23 with no loss. (23 for no loss), as this one much better line, just kicking off the surface, kept taking the batsman by surprise. No run there. 23 for loss of no wicket. It's last ball of the third over coming up. Eldos to continue. Last ball of the third over. 23 for no loss. This time dabs it towards third man for a single. End of 3 overs. 24 for the loss of no wicket. (16 of 12 is what Jikesh is batting on. Kishore to continue. Asking for a caught behind. The umpire not unmoved. So are most of the fielders. It was just the keeper who was excited. So another dot ball. Drives this towards covers. Chance of a run out. Missed, and a single being completed. Score moves on to 25. Salman plays this towards wide of long on. The fielder gives up the chase. One up boundary. Score moves on to 29. Eldo's running to his right but unable to cut that off. The ball racing into the cow corner boundary. Salman on strike. This time, full-blooded drive towards the left of the man at long off. Manish, the fielder. One more run added. Score moves on to 30. Salman moves to 9 of 8 with one boundary. In the air, is that a chance for point? And yes, it is. So the breakthrough coming in the form of Jikesh being caught at point. Fielder backtracking, making sure he latches onto the ball. Ayaz Ahmed, the fielder, who took the catch. Kishore, the successful bowler. 3.5 overs completed, 30 for the loss of 1 wicket. Last ball of the over. Jeevan on strike. Defends that one. Making sure he cuts behind the line of the ball. End of a successful over. 30 for 1 at the end of 4. Man out Jikesh. Caught by Az. Off the bowling of Kishore. Start of the 5th over. Ayaz, the bowler, first change. Dot ball to start. Salman, the man on strike. He's batting 9 of 9 with one boundary. Chance for the man at mid-on. Dropped up one, so a single. Better effort, could have seen the back of Salman, but not to be. These are chances that need to be taken. You keep getting wickets. You put the pressure back on the batsman. time called a wide. Jeevan following that one, but making sure he doesn't meddle with it because it was going outside the tram lines for a wide to be called. Score moves on to 32. Was missing his footing, will be called a dead ball. Again, bowling it outside the off stump, trying to keep it away from Jeevan as given away 2 wides on the trot. I asked to Jeevan. This one's inside the line, so not biding his time. This is what he did in the first game too. He was quite slow to start, but once he started teeing off, he was just unstoppable. And this is what Cummins Arabia should be aware about. You need to see the back of him as soon as possible, because once he gets the measure of the wicket and he understands the bowling, he is not going to stop. As another wide being bowled. Sam drives this towards wide of long off for a single. Score moves on to 35. Salman towards manage short third and a drop into the hands, juggled a couple of times and couldn't hold on to it. So another lucky escape for Salman. Score moves on to 36. Asking for a cut behind, not to be end of the over. कैप का बंदा
टोपी कहाँ से लेके आओ? मेरे पास भी गाड़ी में नहीं पड़ा है साला.
Okay, let's check. 5 overs completed, 35 for 1. Rather 36 for 1. Current run. Eldos to continue. Probably being kept on to get that prize wicket. This could set up the game for them. To have a go at G1. Eldos to Salman, drives it down the ground. No chance for the fielder at mid-on to cut that one off. So that's a boundary. Score moves on to 40.
लोगों का बोल रहे हो ना तो मुश्किल नहीं लोगो लेकिन थोड़ा नीचे ले लो डिज़ाइन पे टच नहीं होगा और बैक साइड का नंबर देख लो तो डिज़ाइन के ऊपर है ना
Eldos to Salman, third ball of the over. Goes back and plays one back to the bowler. No run. Eldos to Salman, fourth ball of the over. Slightly short, cuts this one, beats the man at point, ball racing towards the boundary. The man from third man racing around about 30 meters to his right. Cuts the one, so keeps it down to 2. Score moves on to 42.
मैं अभी आपको फोटो भेजता हूँ जो हम लोग की ओरिजिनल अभी करंट टी शर्ट है ना उसकी फोटो भेजता हूँ तो आपको आइडिया आएगा
Dot ball of the fifth ball of the over. Last ball of power play coming up, 42 for 1. Can be shared that it's a shared power play so far, as this time hurries it on to Salman. One more run added. End of the over, 43 for 1 at the end of 6 overs. Needing another 115, rather 14 more runs of 84 balls.
और इसमें लोगो देखो चेस्ट पे है तो ऐसे चेस्ट पे चाहिए भले उसको राइट में ले लो या लेफ्ट में ले लो क्योंकि एक चेस्ट तो खाली है ना वो आपकी मर्जी आपको जहाँ रखना है ऐसे चेस्ट पे आनी
Ayaz bowling to Salman, and a freebie outside the off stump. All he needed is to put bat and ball, and the ball flying over the man at covers towards the cover boundary. So score moves on to 47. Plays this towards short mid wicket. No run there. Score remains on 47. The field spread out now, and the field restrictions being relaxed. You got more men patrolling the boundary. You got a man at long on, the man at long off. Salman plays Manish busy down in that region, keeps it down.
The score moves on to 48. And a third man. Now the Ayaz, this is what he's trying. He's trying to keep the ball away from him, trying to ask him to drive away from the body, but so far he's not succeeded in keeping it within the line of the within the wide lines. So ends up giving away those extra runs without an extra ball being counted. This time into the body, much better line. You got to bowl it within the stumps. You got to make the batsman play a fall shot with a ball that's good, not trying to be negative out here. You got to stay positive and trying to get those wickets. Much better is that excitement, because that's Jeevan for you. That's a pretty big price scalp if you get that. But no bat whatsoever, so there's no damage done. Ayaz bowling to Jeevan. Drives this towards short covers, no run there. Much better line. Bowl to your field. Station your men in strategic positions to make sure that you get the desired results. So far not to be, but the process much better. End of 7 overs, 49 for the loss of 1 wicket. Manish Deepani, the new bowler.
Okay.
49 for 1 at the end of 7. Manish Deepani, first time spin being introduced into the attack. Salman, the batsman, goes back and cuts this one to a short third. The man at gully just walking in, making sure that pretty close to the stumps, not a ball that he should be cutting. More better as he plays this one in the air. Man it long on, trying to keep it within the line, but fails to do so. A boundary being conceded. Ayaz wasn't sure of the boundary line. He wanted to keep it back, parries it in, but the ball, after landing on his palm, this time Salman slightly short, is happy to play towards extra cover. 1 run there. A boundary, the 50 coming up with that boundary score now moves on to 54. .54 for 1 as Jeevan this time nearly gave it a cotton ball. The man had long off doing the fielding, keeping down to a single. The chances are being created. It's just a matter of time. One of them has to stick to the hands.
This time the googly voted slightly slow. They wanted to cut back, but no damage whatsoever. Remains on 55. A couple of chances being created, but not converted. Is this the one that they're looking for? Eldo's the man under it, and safely pouches that one. So flighting the ball, inviting him to play. Big one. He falls into the trap, and the best man stationed on the boundary to take that. So Salman out, 55 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 8 overs. He's out for 28 or 25 with 4 boundaries. Jeevan Gangadharan at the other end, a pretty sedate inning so far. He's just 2 of 8, but he has the caliber and the repertoire to go big when he wants to. Just biding his time, making sure that he has a good sighter at the wicket and the innings. Human Sahir Kadir, who's at the crease. He will be at the non-strikers end as Jermaine Fernandez comes into bowl for the first time. This is an interesting duel that we were waiting for. Jermaine Fernandez against Jeevan. Both these boys at the top of their games. We want to see who gets the better tonight. Plays it down with soft hands towards the wide of to long off for a single score. Moves on to 57. Six for 2. This time drives it to a short cover. No run there. Manish the fielder. Drives it past the bowler. Eldo's the fielder there. It keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 57. No shadows. Oh, pretty good ball. Slow through the air. Jeevan trying to go for the cut. No edge found, so he still remains at the crease. He's batting 3 of 10. A couple of more balls to go in the ninth end to end the ninth over as he plays this one towards point. No run. Current run rate 6.45. Required run rate now reaching the 8 mark. It's not alarming as long as they have wickets in hand and they can go full throttle in the last 5 or 6 overs. Just need to make sure the singles are good. This time a wide and the ball racing away towards the fine leg fence. Just stopped inside. So 3 wides is what you don't have to do. You've been bowling so well. 5 balls here, just given away 2 runs and now release the pressure with that wide. He's a seasoned campaigner. He should be knowing the importance of bowling on tight lines, as this one wanting to stop the ball with his foot couldn't do it, so allows the single. Jeevan keeps the strike. End of 9 overs, 61 for the loss of 2 wickets. Manish bowling to Jeevan. Comes down the track. Lovely ball. Shortening the length the moment he saw him come down the track, but flighted delivery. This time the googly, and Jeevan playing it back to the bowler. Score remains on 61. The leg break, edge being induced, but there's no slip there. Chase for the man at short third, a misfield and an easy double. Score moved on to 63. 63 for the loss of 2 wickets, with 3 balls away from drinks break and changing sides. Much faster this time. Rocks back and plays it to a deep mid wicket. Gets off strike. Score moves on to 64. Leg break down leg side. Called a wide. Score moves on to 65. Last ball of the over. Chance for the man at deep square, and it falls short. A single being collected. End of 10 overs, 66 for the loss. Rather, sorry, one more ball to go, so that's 66 with the ball to spare in the 10th over. Plays this one towards point. The fielder giving the chase. By the time the man at extra cover comes in, a couple of runs added. End of 10 overs, 68 for the loss of 2 wickets. Jeevan batting 9 of 17. Sire batting 2 of 3.
The corner, from the corner, yeah.
Choose the preferred delivery slot. Select your location. Click on Proceed to Checkout. Choose Select Card for payment. Choose Add Card and enter details. Choose the card and click on Proceed to place order. That's it. You're all set to enjoy the convenience of ordering from QuickArt. Are you tired of going to the grocery store every week? QuickArt has got your back. Ordering from QuickArt is as easy as asking fill in all the necessary details. Click on Sign Up. Insert the OTP and voila. Choose the products you want to order and add them to your cart. Choose the day you want the delivery to be done. Choose the weeks for the recurring orders. Choose the start date of delivery. Make sure it matches the day you've chosen to avoid any delay in delivery. Choose the preferred delivery slot. Select your location. Click on Proceed to Checkout. Choose Select Card for payment. Choose Add Card and enter.
ठीक है भाई, ठीक है, दे दो प्रिंट सैंपल रेडी करो, शाम में टाइम बता दो इंशाल्लाह। ठीक है, कॉलर और एक बटन है। कॉलर इसमें ब्लैक कलर का है और एक सिंगल बटन या दो बटन भी दे सकते हैं, मुश्किल नहीं, तुम्हारी मर्जी, दो बटन दे दो। वालेकुम सलाम सर। मैं यहाँ पर ईगल में हूँ भाई, रात में 10 बजे आऊँगा। हाँ, बंगाली को बुला लेना, मैं नंबर देता हूँ। हाँ, मैं नंबर देता हूँ, बात कर। ओके।
In the air, but dropping short. Playing it down towards long on for a single. (70 for 2). This time in front of the wicket, Sahir squeezed this towards square leg for a single. Score moves on to 71. (71 for 2), needing another 86 of the remaining 57 balls. Required run rate of 9.05. This time again inviting the false stroke. Jeevan not at his fluent best. He is not middling the ball as he would like, and this is what Cummins Arabia have to capitalize on. String a few dot balls and probably get his wicket, as this time in the air to the man at long on rather, and another catch being dropped. So Sahir survives, and more importantly a single taken, so another run. Score moves on to 73. 5 singles have come. This time drives it down towards short mid wicket. Easy single. 6 runs coming off the over. 11 overs completed. 74 for 2. Sahir Kadir batting 5 of 6. Jeevan batting 12 of 20. Jermaine Fernandez has bowled 2 overs for 12 runs and hasn't got a wicket as yet. As the other match between Oil Serve Risers and Caltrol Eagles. Caltrol Eagles are 72 for 2. Required run rate 6.55. Oil Serve had kept its lid on the scoring in the first few overs, but then Caltrol have wrested the advantage again into their favour. As we get back to our game, which is the one between table toppers Petrofac and Cummins Arabia. Current run rate 6.73, required run rate 9.22. Manish Dipani bowling to Jeevan in the air, but bisecting the fielders for a boundary. So this is the release shot that Jeevan was looking for. Score moves on to 78. He had been tied down for quite some time. Slowly he might want to take this innings by the scruff of his neck and score a few quick runs to get that advantage back that they're looking for. This time bowling it outside the off stump, but the umpire calls it a wide, so another extra run. So 5 runs coming off this over with 1 ball just being bowled. Asking for an LBW and he's been given. This is the wicket they're looking for. The plan worked. He bowled it slightly slower, tossed the ball up, and the miss resulting in a wicket. So 79 for 3 in 11.2. More importantly, seeing the back of Jeevan. This game hangs in balance.
तो आगे ही खत्म भी नहीं कर रहे, जीवन आउट हो गया तो जल्दी खत्म।
अब ये लंबा जाएगा, पूरा पीस हो जाएगा।
वहाँ भी पूरा ही जाएगा। हाँ साहब, ओ साहब, बोलो एक हीटर भेजो ना यार, जीवन कहाँ भेजो? हाँ अभी मैच लंबा हो गया, इसमें 70 चाहिए वहाँ।
78-52. Googly this time, waiting his space. Dot ball. Ganesh, the new man at number 5.
हाँ मैं भी करा लूँगा।
In the air and straight to the man at short mid wicket. So 2 wickets in space of 3 balls. Ganesh Viran, not that short, it just couldn't keep it down and found the man at short mid wicket. Girish Kadam, the man at station there, makes no mistakes, so more trouble for Petrofac. They are now 79 for 4.
बना दो ठीक है।
79 for 4, 11.4 overs. Another one. Dilfer, the new man. 79 for 5. Got beaten outside the off stump. So a good over. 2 wickets coming off it. Last ball coming up. Cuts this one towards the man at deep cover. There's a single there. 12 overs completed, 80 for the loss of 4 wicket. Current run rate of 6.67. Required run rate now creeping up to 9.63. 77 required of the remaining 8 overs. Manish Dipani, 3 overs, 19 runs, 3 wickets. He's got 3 of the 4 that have fallen, and Kishore being taking one of them. Jermaine Fernandez to continue. He has 2 overs, 12 runs. Slightly short, plays it towards short third. No run there. No, putting no pressure on the fielder whatsoever. They just cannot let the game drift at this stage. They just need to keep a grip on things. So plays it towards short covers. No run there. 2 consecutive dot balls. That the third ball, dot ball. Dilfer all at sea. He's just trying to play out Jermaine. Not sure if that's a good idea. Even if you get 6 runs and over from Jermaine, you are doing a good job. You're trying to milk the bowling around. Keep that scoreboard ticking. You just cannot keep playing dead and then look for a big shot. You might get into trouble. He nearly got into trouble for this one. Manages to get 1 and plays it in a vacant fine leg area. 2 more runs, so 82 for 4. (82 for 4), 12.4 overs. 5th ball of the over, slightly quicker. Wrapped on the pads, goes to a short mid-wicket. Wait for the umpire's signal. Confirms it's off the bat, so there's 1 more run to the total. 83 for 4, last ball of the over coming up. 3 runs coming out of this. In the air, chance of the man at long off, but falling way short of him, so 1 more run added. 13 overs completed, 84 for 4. Dilfer batting 4 of 7, Sire batting 6 of 7. Jermaine Fernandez 3 overs, 16 runs, no wicket. And Manish Dipani and he have bowled 6 overs between themselves, kept this run rate below 6 runs an over and managed to grab 3 wickets. Manish grabbing all the 3, but the pressure being created from both the bowlers. As Manish comes in to bowl his 4th over, would ideally want to finish with 1 or 2 more. Tosses this one, full toss towards the man at short covers. No run there. Score remains on 84. Cuts this one, the man at extra cover running around to his left, keeps it down to a single. Again, that's very lazy work by both these batsmen. No intent whatsoever. Put the pressure on the fielder under pressure and try to get that second run. So far they haven't succeeded. This one plays with the dead bat but goes towards gully, gets a single for that. Score moves on to 86. Singles not going to hurt Cummins Arabia. They'll be happy to run through these overs as soon as possible and try to see that the required run rate, which is now at 10.92, starts touching 11 and 12, which will become all the more difficult for Petrofac to, as this time tries to cut this one. No run there. Dot ball. 4 balls completed in this over. sweeps this one. One more run added. Score moves on to 88. Sorry, it's 87 with the ball to go. Asking for another one. Is it impact outside off stump? Yes, it is. So that's the end of the over. End of Manish's spell. 4 overs, 22 runs, 3 wickets. He follows his bowling effort after scoring 42 of 34 while batting. So that's a good all-round performance from him. Needing another 70 remaining 6 overs at rate of 11.67. Remains to be seen once German finishes his over. Now who does Amit look up to, because he has another 5 more overs to be bowled after that, out of which plays this to a short mid-wicket, no run there. Eldos has only 1 to go. He has Kishore and Ayaz who have another couple of overs each. Two consecutive dot balls. Full toss, wide of the man at mid-wicket, and a much needed boundary. Score moves on to 91. They need another 66 runs of 33 balls. It's exactly 12 runs and over 2 runs a ball. They need many more of those boundaries if they want to chase this down. Asking for an LBW, but going down leg rather. More importantly, that's a dot ball. So 4 runs coming of the first 4 balls. Chase is getting nowhere for Petrofac. Not sure if what sort of strategy had they worked out when they had decided to chase a score of 157 at this time. Gets hold of that one and sends it to the mid-wicket boundary for 4 more. So score goes on to 95 with 1 ball to spare in the 15th over. Last ball of German's spell. Quicker one and missed by the keeper. Ball racing towards the fine leg boundary. So the required result being achieved. Not a very good ball. Releases the pressure that he had created so far. He's given away 2 boundaries and one down, fired one down the leg side. No chance for the keeper to collect that one. So 5 more wides, 100 coming up in 14.5 overs. $13 runs coming off this over with 1 ball to spare. Is another one, is that the one over the fence? And yes, it is. So the over that they were looking for, they managed to get there. They got 19 runs of this over, so that's tilted the game back in balance. 106 for 4. Sire now 22 of 17 with 2 boundaries and a maximum 51 required of the remaining 5 overs. That is very much possible with wickets in hand. How costly could that error be?
इन लोग का मैच खत्म करने का ये बता दोनों जगह सेम ही चल रहा 15-15 ओवर हाँ 15 मिनट लेट चल रहे लोग वरना 2 बजे खत्म हो जाता था
Asif Said comes into bowl. Now the 5 more overs, he has a chance to bowl 3 overs if required. That's a single, plays it to a short cover, single taken, no fielder backing behind the bowler, so didn't risk that one. So 1 run given away, score moves on to 107, another 50 more runs of the remaining 29 balls. Wide, so another extra, well kept by Ilyas. Score moves on to 108. Chance of edge, and is that? Yes, it is. So Sahir, after that cameo, has lost his wicket. He is out. So the 5th wicket down for Petrofac. The 108 for 5. Sahir out for 22 of 18 with 2 boundaries and a maximum. And just when he was starting to cut loose, Asif Sheikh cut short his innings. Another one in the air. And 2 and 2 for Asif. Newman Parth coming in and wanting to tee off from the word go, but plays it in the air and Asif on a hat trick. Brings Bhupesh Katiyal on to strike. Bhupesh had earlier bowled a wonderful spell where he got 4 wickets. Now is on the other side facing a hat trick ball. Asif needs to keep it simple. You need to make sure you win for your side rather than personal glory. Is that the one? No, there is no edge found, and the keeper 2 drops at 1. So, more importantly, that's a dot ball. So, 2 runs given away in the first 4 balls and 2 wickets being collected. 5th ball of the over. Another wild swing, but no edge or no contact. So, another dot ball. Required run rate now. Last ball of the over. Cuts this one again. No edge, no contact. So repeated 3 balls where Bhupesh is not managed to make any contact and score. So the score at the end of 16 overs, 108 for 6, needing another 49 of the remaining 24 balls. Required run rate now crossing 12.25. Ayaz coming into bowl. Time Dilfer playing it towards short fine leg. 1 run completed. (109 for 6). Chance for the man, it covers and a drop. Jermaine, the fielder there, did well to get his hands to it, but catchable by his standards. Shelves that one, so 1 more run added. Score moves on to 110, needing another 47 of the remaining 22 balls. Cummins Arabia wouldn't mind those singles, and another dot ball. Needless throw by the wicketkeeper ends in a run, but looks like Dilfer is now in trouble. Decided to chance their arm on that throw, but the man had shot mid wicket, scooped on the ball and threw the ball at the non-striker's end. And looks like Dilfer has to make the long walk back to the pavilion. Well, the keeper made an error of trying to run out the batsman while he was in the crease. The batsmen too didn't do any favor to themselves. Well, confirmation that Dilfer is out, so it's 7th wicket down for Petrofac. Bhupesh on strike. Sanup, the wicketkeeper, coming in at number 9. Drives this one towards extra cover. Triple Nelson, 111 for 7. Ayaz Ahmed, 2.4 overs, 15 runs, no wicket. One run down the ground and Sanup is off the mark with that single. Score moves on to 112 with one ball to go to end of 17th over. 3 overs to follow after this. 45 required of 19 balls. Driven down the ground. Bowler trying to take evasive action. Does so and only a single being collected. So 17 overs gone, 113 for 7, another 44 runs required in 18 balls. That's quite possible in a T20 game, but given the fact that you're 7 wickets down, you are always going to find it challenging. As Asif Saeed plays it towards short cover, no run there. First ball, dot ball, second one towards short mid wicket. Is that a chance of another chance? And another one missed. The miscommunication between both the batsmen. Ilyas collecting the ball. He was way far from the stumps. He should have been closer to the stumps so that he could have just collected the ball and broken the bails. Decided to go back and he had to throw the ball with the gloves in the hand and failed to do so. So Bhupesh survives. It's a wide, well kept. They don't need to bowl these wides at this juncture. They have the game in their hands. They just need to close out the game, either get them all out or just keep bowling into their field. The pressure is on the batsmen and not on them. You don't need to release the pressure by giving away those extra runs. As this time tries to play a full-blooded shot, manages to get the inside of the bat, completes one, comes back for the second. Score moves on to 116 for 7 in 17.3 overs. Is that a catch? Not sure. The keeper didn't take that. So Bhupesh still at the center. He is batting 5 of 10 with 2 balls left in the 18th over. The keeper's reaction, that was a catch. So 2 chances for Bhupesh. Let's see if he can get one more dot ball. 1.5 overs, 5 runs and 2 wickets. He would have ideally had the third had Ilyas held on to that catch.
Chief, what's happening? Game is going on.
Driven down by through Asif's legs, goes down to longer for a single. End of the over, 117 for 7 at the end of 18 overs. Needing another 40 runs of the remaining 2 overs. ट्रॉफीज रेडी है मैन ऑफ द मैच की उधर रखिए क्योंकि इमीडिएटली खत्म करके प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए आ जाऊंगा उधर ये 18 ओवर कंप्लीट हुए हैं 19वां ओवर है क्योंकि उधर जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगी Ayaz coming to bowl his last over, the penultimate over of the innings. Edge racing away towards the third man boundary. The fielder there. Again, no intent, no pressure being put on the fielders. 39 of 11. Sanup on strike. Drives it down the ground, a single. Score moves on to 119. Asking for a caught behind, not to be, so dot ball. 119 for 7 in 18.3 overs. And this time into the block hole. Bhupesh misses this one, so his agonizing innings comes to an end. He's out for 7 of 15 balls. Chief, can you please play that side because they all could hurt us, please. 119 for 8. Bhupesh the man out. Ravi Shankar Velu, the new man. Ravi Shankar on strike. Ayaz the bowler. Dot ball. .5 overs, 19 runs, 1 wicket. 119 for 8. Last ball of the 19th over. Drives this down towards long off. Doesn't take the single. End of the over, 119 for 8 in 19 overs. Being bowled now by Mohammad Mubashir.
टॉस और प्रेजेंटेशन दोनों ले लेना प्रेजेंटेशन में लाइन छोड़ दूंगा फिर टॉस के लिए नई लिंक बना दिया उसको कट नहीं करूंगा ना तो कैमरा निकाल के ऐड डाल दूंगा
Required over. Trying to score 6 sixes and probably hope for an extra ball. as Mubashir comes into bowl, drives this down the ground, no run taken. The chase given by Petrofac. This time drives this one to a short mid wicket, no run. A good ball, brings that one in. No run there, 3 balls completed. Three more balls left in this as a wide being called, so one more run. There was no intent by the batsman to score any runs. It's the bites that was going to get the score moving. Absolutely no intent whatsoever. The shoulders started dropping as soon as Jeevan got out, and they were fighting a battle which they weren't sure how to go about. I mean, they just managed to score a boundary. So 2 more balls left in the innings. 124 for 8, needing another 33 of the remaining 2 balls. In the air, chance of a catch. The fielder, bowler doing it on his own, but not to be. Last ball of the innings coming up. The balls are wide, and this ball going towards the fence. It's 5 more runs added to the total. Huh? Last ball है हाँ last ball
बोलो 2 अलग अलग है ना, 2 अलग अलग करो क्योंकि 2 अलग अलग लोग हैं. इसका मैन ऑफ द मैच पहले करो, फिर टॉस करो नेक्स्ट मैच का, फिर उसका मैन ऑफ द मैच, फिर टॉस.
Okay, ठीक.
वेट नहीं करना किसका.
Last ball, another wide. Also, the Cummins Arabia 2 feeling very relaxed. They have to realize that probably these few runs that they're giving away extra might come into calculations when the final tally will start. As the last ball, end of the innings, end of this game, they win by 26 runs.
हमारे ने अभी जो
तो दो माइक, एक माइक ये वाला दे दो.
तो ये उधर
वाला नहीं चाहिए.
कौन सा वाला?
वायर वाला ले जाने दो ना, वायर वाला वो डायरेक्ट उसमें कनेक्शन देके उतना लगा लेगा ना. ठीक है शेफ भाई, आ जाओ, ऐड डाल दिया हूँ, आ जाओ, छोड़ दो उसको वहाँ फ्रेम में बना के और आ जाओ नीचे.
कार्ड लो, इसमें डालो, उससे आउट देने का, वो उसका आउट देगा, फिर एक रह जाएगा, दूसरा रह जाएगा।
तो कार्ड लेके कॉपी करके छोड़ेंगे ना वैसे भी तो कार्ड वापस
नहीं, मैंने उसको बोला डायरेक्ट कैमरा लगाना, उसका लिंक भी बनने के, अपना भी बनने के। अरे शोएब भाई, तुम यहाँ वाली मैच का ही लेना, वहां वाला मिक्स मत करना। 2 कैमरा है, एक मैन ऑफ द मैच और टॉस दोनों कर सकता है। बुला ले, मुश्किल है रिकॉर्ड तो करने का। फिर मैन ऑफ द मैच उधर लेंगे, इधर लेंगे, इधर ही करा देना यार।
फिर वो होने को रुकना पड़ेगा टॉस कर ऊपर वाला कैमरा है ना ऊपर
नीचे ही लेके आया ना। हाँ, ऊपर वो है, वो नीचे है। ओए शोएब भाई, तुम यहाँ से टॉस ले लो, वो प्रेजेंटेशन ले लेगा। अरे वो बोल रहा टॉस के लिए रेडी है।
टॉस के लिए रेडी है कैप्टन टॉस करा लेते हैं अंपायर भी
शोएब भाई को भेज, शोएब भाई
टॉस टॉस
फॉर्मेलिटीज के लिए लेके जाओ तो जनरली होने ले लो।
So toss in a way has gone in our the run rate. So we will try to put up at least a minimum of 160. Then trying and defending with the bowling attack that we have.
Who has joined in this team match, because few of the players are leaving
Welcome to the post-match presentations between Petrofac and Cummins Arabia. A well-contested final game culminated into Cummins Arabia getting the better of Petrofac. We'll talk to Amit. Amit, 156 runs. You must have felt a bit short when you walked into to field.
Yeah, I think we were around 15 to 20 runs short. That's what we were feeling. But then we had a game plan. We decided to keep the bowling very tight, and I think that's what made the difference.
A couple of key wickets that you were looking for, probably Jikesh and Jeevan and Manish delivered and Kishore delivered for you to give that killer blow that you were looking for.
Absolutely. I think in the batting, our strategy was to not give any wickets in the beginning. So Kishore and Manish gave us a very good start. And in the bowling as well, the start was very disciplined. We did not give a lot of extras. And then Manish came and did a magical spell, which turned around the game for us.
Anyway, thank you and all the best. Probably you are now on the top of the table. Must be a happy feeling going back home today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're comfortable. We have not lost a game so far, and we would like to keep the momentum going forward.
Anyway, thank you for your time, and we'll quickly go on to the individual presentations. Our best bowler is Bhupesh. Unfortunately, the Petrofac boys didn't stay back. They must have had some emergency because of which they've left the grounds. Our best batsman is Jermaine Fernandez, 33 runs of 24 balls. He'll be collecting the trophy and a check. Well, H and Sachs have promised us that they will be writing the amounts later very soon.
एक मिनट जर्मन एक आसिफ भाई भी ले
Blank check, you can write whatever amount.
And our player of the match for his batting of 42 runs and his bowling of 3 wickets is Manish Deepani from Cummins Arabia. Quick word with you, Manish. A strategy well planned. You all didn't give away wickets for the first 9 overs, and that set a platform. Probably, as Amit said, you're probably 20 runs short.
Yeah. We have a plan up for this match. This match is in our mind from last year experience. We played with this team twice last year, and we learned a lot of things. So we played Jeevan patiently. Then we tried to attack on some other bowlers, and we were lucky until 16th over. Then unfortunately some early wicket gone for the Aldos and Ayaz. We are unlucky for that, but we will capitalize this. Next match we will cover up with that one also.
And make no mistake, Petrofac is not going to leave, because last year you all beat them in the league but lost to the finals. It's 2-1 right now, but Petrofac will want to make it 2-2.
Yeah, sure. They'll come back hard definitely. But this time we are well prepared. This time we practiced last year, complete whole year we practiced, and hopefully we will come back also. We'll give them tough fight.
Thank you for time. Please collect your trophy and your check. Thank you. That concludes our presentation for both the games. We have 2 more games coming up. We'll go for the toss very soon, and thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure.